So, I did a reaction to the trailer, and halfway through the trailer, my card ran insufficient, and I wasn't in a place where I could go to my resources, so I wasn't able to, stop the trailer and redo it. Unfortunately, but I will tell you that my reaction to the final money shot was something else. I may have screamed louder than a girl who's seeing Justin Bieber or the One Direction in concert for the first time when they arrive on stage. Kind of embarrassing. Look at this. Everybody on this shirt has been in the movies for Spider-Man except for this guy, Vulture. But we can get to that in another video. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones. Welcome to the review of the newest Captain America Civil War trailer. This trailer, not even ignoring the money shot, we'll get to that later, but this whole trailer is cinematically incredible. It may be better than the first trailer, and the first trailer had everybody talking. Structurally, thematically, everything going on in the first trailer was fantastic. I didn't do a review on that one, but I had to talk about this one for reasons that are obvious. However, let's get to all the other good stuff first. Lots going on. We got flashbacks of Avengers 1, Avengers 2, and Winter Soldier. All the mayhem and destruction that took place in those three particular films, how it's coming back to eat our heroes, and now we have the opposing sides. We have Iron Man, who thinks the government should step in, and we have Captain America, who was like, no, we should be able to step in when necessary. I like how serious the trailer is. I hope this trailer represents the movie fairly well, because I do want to see stakes raised. Our heroes have been in some pretty insurmountable situations, and they've come out clean. We have to have a movie, or movies moving forward, we have to start taking the stories more seriously, in the sense that we have to have more troubles. We have to see that our heroes aren't gods. Well, some of them are gods, but we have to see that they're not invincible. They could take hits. We get a few more really cool shots of Black Panther, played by Chadwick Boseman. We see him in and out of costume. We see a lot of him running. The shot towards the end where Black Panther's being shot at by a turret on a helicopter nearby, and he just turns around and looks at the helicopter, and he's like, make my day. Make my day. Really cool stuff. We also see Ant-Man doing his thing, running on Iron Man's arm, but he also propels off of Hawkeye's arrows, which is really flippin' cool. You know, the shot of Scarlet Witch doing something to the Vision, and I guess the Vision isn't all that invincible either, because he's being controlled by the Witch. There was more emphasis again placed on Rhodes being shot out of the sky and being severely injured, maybe dead, but I kind of doubt he's dead because they wouldn't show a character dying in the trailer, right? I'm guessing Rhodes being put in really severe danger is what leads to him mentally snapping and just wanting to beat the shit out of Steve Rogers. Like what we see towards the end of the trailer, where they're both fighting each other, and I think those moments between Iron Man and Captain America are amazing. Just riveting, emotionally incredible, and I can't get enough of it. There's one moment that actually made me like gasp at, like, whoa, where Captain America says to Iron Man, the editing is, it might not be in the same scene, but he says, hey, this doesn't have to end in a fight. And Tony Stark just gives Steve this look, like this really serious look, and he just slaps him in the face, and that made me go, wow, okay, he means business. But then you get to the part where Iron Man's like, whoop, final warning, and then Steve Rogers is like, I could do this all day. He puts his arms up, a little nice throwback to the first movie, which I love, and he just starts beating the shit out of Iron Man with his fists. I can't wait. We haven't seen any of Martin Freeman's character. We haven't seen any of Baron Zemo. We haven't seen, well, we've seen one or two shots of Crossbone. In the last trailer, we saw Crossbone barely. You wouldn't even know if you blinked. In this one, you see him for another blink and you miss moment, and he punches Captain America across like a dirted area. But, I'm guessing he has to have some kind of pivotal role in the movie, because in the last one, he got messed up, and he's back to, show who's boss. Also, from what I know, Baron Zemo's a pretty powerful opponent in Captain America's Rogue Gallery, so the fact that they're hiding him either means that he doesn't play that much of a role in the movie, or he does, and they're just hiding aspects of the plot. But let's finally get to the money shot. After Captain America Civil War comes up, we get one last scene where Tony Stark's like, I've gotten impatient, forget it. Underoos! You see the web whip onto Captain America's shield, gets taken away, Spider-Man grabs the shield, does a flip onto a car, and just sits there with the shield and goes, hey everyone, Very understated, but very well used for Peter Parker's personality, because he's saying it both to the characters and to the audience, like, hey, I'm Spider-Man, I'm part of Marvel Studios now, so... Hi! Let's get into the details here. It seems like he has a mix of blue, black, and red, at least the way the lighting looks. I love the lens. It comes straight, the costume comes straight out of an Alex Ross painting. If you know Alex Ross, he's one of the best artists of all time when it comes to comics, at least in my opinion. But he looks just like that, like nice, a mix of Alex Ross and a mix of the 1960s cartoon. The lens do that little thing where it like goes in and out, and it looks very, very cool. I'm a fan of that. It's one way to make the character stand out from the other renditions of Spider-Man, but I'm a fan of how he looks, very much so. But the actual moment of him coming on screen, it almost didn't feel real. We've seen so many incarnations of Spider-Man at this point that seeing him again, you would think, oh, he's Spider-Man, he's back, whatever. But seeing him come together and be in that world with the characters we already know and we've known since 2008, it's surreal. It's truly, strangely surreal to see him there. Surreal is the best word to use, because I couldn't believe what I was watching. I had to watch it like 3 or 4 more times before I was like, oh, this is tangible. This is actually happening. Spider-Man's a part of the universe, and he's going to be in this movie, which comes out in less than 2 months. How much more Spider-Man will be in the actual film, and how much more heavily involved will he be in the plot, we don't know. I'm guessing he'll be in a couple more scenes as Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but not that much more. But I'm guessing he's going to fight in the moment. He's not just going to show up and leave. He's going to at least punch somebody, right? I guess we'll have to find out. But the trailer as a whole, great trailer. Really puts the spotlight on places that are necessary. Spider-Man does take up the spotlight in general. That's what everybody's talking about on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. But the actual trailer does focus on Captain America, and I'm happy for that. And hopefully the movie is Captain America centered, and we get a really solid film. I want to know from you guys. Let's have the big discussion here. What did you think of the new Civil War trailer? If you watched it, some people are staying away from it, but it's kind of hard to stay away if you're young and you use the internet, because Spidey's picture is everywhere. It was everywhere 5 minutes after the trailer came out. I can't imagine how it is now, a few hours later. What's your favorite moment? Are you a fan of how Spider-Man looks? Are you a fan of what's going on in the story as they depict it in this trailer? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and check out my Facebook and Twitter accounts in the info box. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'll see you guys next time.